I was doing like this.
You gotta unlock this nigga after we get famous. Like.
Yeah. How many more episodes do we have to do to be able to see you for real?
To see Chris in the
This is 25.
And then he got even more childish. This nigga moved the camera.
Free, she throwing that ass. I'm up first for coming in last. Went to the bank, can't be alive. Nigga fuck love, rather by rap. Nigga fuck love, rather by rap.
Welcome to episode 25 of Woodcrest Certified. We in this bitch. We got Mikey. Let's go, Mikey. Mikey Cuts in this hoe. Yes, sir. Mike is back. We got Austin, the Dolphin fan, if you haven't noticed, back in here too. So yeah, we're in here, episode 25. Today we're going to talk about Batman. We'll talk about some of the NFL stuff, which has been pretty interesting. Go Broncos. And then if we get to, hopefully we'll get into, our top 3 favorite TV shows. So this weekend, I saw it on Saturday. I saw the new The Batman or Vengeance.
This nigga's stupid.
You guys will get that reference once you watch the movie. Yeah, surprise. We're kind of spoiling it for 3 of our guests here as well, or 3 of our people as well. So, but yeah, so what'd you guys think? I know we briefly spoke or hit on it a little bit off camera. Pete, you were about to say something when David mentioned comparing it to The Dark Knight, which I feel like you're about to say you can't compare those 2 movies. Go along with your thought there.
I say you can't compare it because this to me was way more story driven than The Dark Knight. Even though The Dark Knight had a story behind it, this shit was it wasn't more. How I say it? It wasn't more action based, even though it was action in there. It literally was trying to create something. It was wild. It was way different. It didn't feel like a Batman movie at certain points. So,
is that a bad thing or good? You think that's a good thing?
I mean, yeah and no. It could be seen both ways. I feel like because you're used to the Dark Knight series, so you go in there thinking it's going to be that.
Yeah, if you were think if you're more into the storyline of DC and the deep dark kind of writing that they try to focus on, this movie was the perfect Batman for that. It's real dark, real gritty. As opposed to the Dark Knight movies that kind of have those elements, but I would think someone who's a big Marvel fan, for example, would like the Dark Knight series more than they'd like the Batman. But if you're a big kind of film snob or really into the writing behind Batman and his actual story.
No, guy.
But y'all didn't think
y'all
didn't think that the dude was just an emo fucking teenager?
No, he definitely is a man in it. He definitely plays the older man role.
It's hilarious because without watching the movie and without Ricky telling me that, I almost knew that's what his reaction was gonna be.
It's a whiny
bro. He's
an emo teenager.
Yeah.
Well, first off,
I know he's not a teenager, and I'm not saying that he did a poor job acting it, but I don't, correct me if I'm wrong, but I always thought Batman was not a awkward person. He's very charismatic, he's flashy, he's smooth.
Not really.
No, that's
Iron Man.
That is definitely
no, but
Iron
Batman's
Man.
always with women and all this shit.
I think y'all both wrong. We got a character that's been around for 80 years.
He's been written a bunch of different ways.
Yeah, there's been variations of a bunch of different versions of Bruce Wayne. Some of them are awkward, some of them are like in the Dark Knight, he hates everybody, and then we get the Christian Bale version where he puts on that nice mask that we're used to.
Yeah,
I don't know. I never got Playboy vibes from him.
I feel like the Playboy vibes that a lot of people get is Batman Beyond. the newer Batman, but I feel like he executed it properly. This is my only critique of that movie, or my main critique. That shit was way too dark. Like I was like, God damn! Like the sun come out at least once.
But a lot of people like that it was shot like that. That was the thing. A lot of people, a lot of people were like, it ties into that darkness that Batman has.
I did like
3 hours of that shit.
that
Fuck
shit
me up. I was like, yo, come on, man. Like 30 minutes of the sun would have been okay. Like
I did like
got my retinas.
yeah, I was just like, bro, like, am I tripping? Like
I did like how you did really, and they said that you were going to too, but I did like seeing how they focus a lot on the detective side of things.
Yeah,
right? I did like that because I mean, in the Christian Bale Batman's, the most detective this man had was shooting a fucking giant ass minigun in the fucking basement, which was really confusing as to how he got the ballistic still. But that's neither here nor there on that front.
Fingerprint.
But yeah, I'm still confused on how he got a fingerprint off of whatever. We don't need to go there. But anyway,
I can tell you.
He put the bullet back together, rookie.
Yeah.
He put the bullet back together?
He took that piece of the wall where the bullet was, took it back to the lab, and that's how he was able to put it back together.
Yeah, but then
what he was doing was
but then he was shooting the minigun.
Other different types of guns, or it might have been other different types of bullets.
I think he was testing the
compare contrast was. Yeah.
I don't know.
So it's like he shot the other guns to figure out how to put it back together.
Right.
And once he did that, then he got the print.
Damn, if David got this and you didn't, bro, like that's
regardless. Anyway, moral of the story. Like you did see more of the detective side of things, which I did like. I did like, or I didn't understand why this man always did wardrobe changes too, though. Like he be in his bath suit patrolling, then he hop onto his motorcycle, go back into like street clothes, then get to his destination, then go back into the bat suit.
I was like, be walking around as Batman 24/7.
He's not walking around. It's at night. He's cruising in the fucking motorcycle type shit. And it was like there was one time when he was following chick where it made sense, right? Like he was trying to be undercover.
Mm-hmm.
But then there was several times where this man is just in the bat suit, and now he's out here going to like some crime scene or going to like his next stop, and changes out of the bat suit, and then get to his destination and go back into the bat suit.
The only time he changed is when he walked in the club, and when the first time when the twins opened the door and he changed, but he had the bat suit underneath and he had a hoodie on.
No, so that was the last. That was the last time. But there was like 2 times before that when he was cruising on the motorcycle when he was in the bat suit, then changed out of it to change back into it, and it was mad weird. And then at the end of the movie, you see the scene where he rides out in the bat suit on the motorcycle. So I was like, bro, you could have done this whole time. Like, why? What's up with all the wardrobe changes? That shit was weird to me. It didn't make sense.
No, I didn't really catch that.
Yeah,
that feels like that feels very much like the Rat.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too.
It's just confusing on that.
This guy kept changing his outfits.
Yeah. I was like, why? I don't understand. Like, what's the point of that?
He's swaggy, bro. Let him live.
Catwoman was so bad, bro. Like,
oh my gosh,
that shit was crazy. Like, so crazy. I was like, bro, I'll drink a bath water. Like,
wait a minute.
And nigga, you might get canceled for that.
That might be some type of harassment, dog. I don't know.
Nah,
what you guys think about the Batmobile?
I ain't like it.
That shit was mad weird too. This man, he's a fucking let's call him like what a fucking 28, 30-year-old or whatever in this time frame of his life, I guess. And he's riding around in a fucking 67 Shelby Mustang as the Batmobile. With a fucking turbo in the back.
That was the Batmobile. Yeah,
that was the Batmobile, bro. I didn't like that shit at all either. Which is like an iconic part of the whole fucking Batman movies is they reveal the Batmobile, and it was
They should have went to like the classic Batmobile. I think it would have fit him more.
With the long front.
Yeah. I think that shit would have fit in. How dark that movie was, that shit should have been in there. Like this Mustang should have been in the daytime.
Yeah, bro, he didn't even have any tinted windows in that bitch either.
Well, that was the thing with this movie is it didn't focus too much on Bruce Wayne. It was like all about Batman, which I kind of liked.
Wasn't this movie going more for like realism, like even in comparison to The Dark Knight?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like, I think it wasn't more superhero, it's more human trying to be a vigilante versus superhero aspect. Like,
Yeah.
everything he did, it was more human. Like the motherfucker getting his ass whooped at one point, and I was like, God damn, like
yeah, he
like
definitely took his hits and like reacted off of them more.
Yeah.
The way it was explained to me is that they like highlighted how awkward it was that like somebody dressed up as a bat is beating up randos on the street, which is very realistic, right? Like, like if you're getting robbed and some guy in a bat suit shows up, like you're gonna be more scared of the guy in the bat suit than the guy with the gun, right? Like,
Well, I'll definitely say the fear was there, but I didn't think it was. I didn't feel awkwardness, like them trying to portray awkwardness of looking at him and people being like, okay.
It was a point.
People were
it was
still
a
scared.
point where they was like, "Who the fuck are you?" And he was like, "Vengeance." And
Yeah, that's why. That's why I said that.
Bitch, like,
yeah.
Right.
It's like, okay.
They was trying to make him more real. You could tell because when he first debuted himself, there was just like, "Yo, why is this man in the bat suit? Like, what are you doing, guy?" Like,
I did like that you could tell that this is the early like stages of his Batman career, right? So like you hear him talk about the fucking huge drug bust. Same like in the beginning in Batman Begins with like the Bale Batmans, that fucking Cerrone, what the fuck's his name again?
I think you got it right. It was it was Cerrone. Or Moroni.
Moroni, yeah. So they talk about that. So like obviously they went away from doing the whole intro, like this is the big drug bust that starts everything. So you hear that, and then you kind of see, like P was saying, where you see him fuck up, right? You see like that one scene where he jumped off the roof and then he fucking hit the top of the damn of the railroad shit or whatever the fuck, the subway. Which I don't understand why he went under. He could have went over, regardless, neither here nor there. But like you could see how he's still trying to get his feet under him and figure the shit out. So I did like that.
Even at one point when he got on the roof, when he was trying to run away and he looked down, he was like, "Whoa, like this is I'm high up." Versus in Batman, he just be scaling rooftops.
Man, jumped off the roof and broke his fall with a car. And saved this
with
girl,
the fucking girl. With a girl on his chest. Yo, like,
so just lay on my chest.
What sucks though is that like DC's intentions with Ben Affleck was to go with like the more rugged, jaded Batman. The one who like kind of gave up on some of his morals, and like he's totally leaning into not liking people. And that's a really interesting version, but because Batman versus Superman and Justice League was such a disaster, we might not see that for a while.
Yeah. That shit is real bad.
I mean, you see some of that with Robert Pattinson's, like he's definitely like more of a hermit, more of the like, I'm just in this. I mean, but I guess that's kind of the spoiler main transition at the end. It's like he's in this as Batman just to, you know, beat people up and stop crime and stuff and be a vigilante. And then they kind of show him at the end when the Riddler's people take down like this arena that's where the mayor is huddled up with a bunch of people. What?
Oh, my bad, bro. I was about to say that's another thing that I heard a lot about was that the villains were done very well in this movie.
Oh yeah, the Riddler was really good.
I like the Riddler.
Penguin.
Yeah, I like the Riddler. I still don't.
Penguin?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Colin Farrell.
Better than Jim Carrey.
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
Well, hey, not definitely. Jim Carrey was an amazing. It's just super campy.
Well, the Jim Carrey one was a lot more. I feel like it was more
goofy.
Comic booky. Yeah, it was more comic booky to like how he is in the comics. So this one was kind of like the real life version.
More drug lord type. Yeah.
But I don't understand why he let himself get caught at the end too.
Because it was part of his like major distraction. He was just like, you know, they're gonna come get me, but they don't know anything about all the stuff you guys are doing. They have it all planned out.
But it still doesn't. It doesn't make sense.
They thought they caught the villain. Why would they be on high alert for anything else after that?
Bro, but like no one would have known anything about like the explosions if it wasn't for like the videos the video at the end anyway. And then like he even said himself, like when Batman went to go and see him, like he had no idea about what the actual plan was. So like he literally could have just kept hiding out and said nothing and still accomplished.
I think he knew what the plan was. He's the one who planted the bombs.
But I'm saying he still could have accomplished that plan without giving himself up.
Nah, but I feel like he did make himself get caught, but not really. He didn't think, he thought him and Batman were similar, and Batman was like, I'm nothing like you. So that's when Batman turned him in, but he didn't think Batman was going to turn him in because he thought they was the same people. And then he thought Batman was smarter than him at one point. Then he realized, like, no, you're not. I'm smarter. So
yeah, he was definitely trying to play into the full Riddler aspect. Like, everything was part of his game of,
until it kind of got twisted. Until he realized that, oh shit, this ain't really what I thought it was at one point.
No, I get that. So like he turned himself in and had that conversation with him to try to like turn him into like the Riddler type shit. Fine. But at the end of the day, he didn't have to go to jail. Like he didn't have to get caught.
But I think he got caught because that was part of it to get closer to Batman.
Yeah.
But he didn't think further than, what if Batman ain't what I think he is, then I'm not going to be able to get out. Even though if you read a comic book, the Riddler always finds some way to get out anyway, so it don't matter. But
you don't get that vibe from him in this one, right? Like you don't get that vibe at the end when he's in jail. Like dude's like spazzing out. He's like whatever until he meets. I won't say who he talks to in prison. Just I'll save that one for when y'all get to watch it.
I was gonna say it's up to speculation still who that is. So
you think it's for speculation? I feel like it was pretty clear.
I think so.
Yeah, some people are saying it might be the Mad Hatter.
I don't even know who that is. Would you look at that?
You look at that. Either.
Is there a variation of Batman where he doesn't get his training through the League of Shadows like in past comics and shit?
Absolutely. Most of them.
Most of them?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that. I thought like all of his foundation has always come from the League of Shadows.
Like I think Ra's al Ghul was created like in 70s or the 80s. Like all those versions of Batman prior to that weren't.
So then
just like some martial arts master.
Well, like because like
Tim Burton's Batman had nothing to do with Ra's al Ghul neither. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure the cartoon one had nothing to do with the League of Shadows either.
So where did he get his training from?
I think they kind of like, for the majority of comic book history, they didn't really give a fuck about that, right?
Yeah.
It was just like, all right, like,
just like
he put on the suit and now he can fuck people up.
Because in this movie, they had it that, from my understanding, it was Alfred that trained him.
Yeah.
Which I thought was weird.
What a guy.
I think your reference of Batman is strictly on the Bale's Batman, but like even the Bale's Batman is just a mixture of a bunch of different Batmans. Like there's been many different people who've given their different version of Batman. You know
I know that too. Like I've seen a lot of the old Batmans. Like I used to have them shits on fucking cassette. Granted, I'll be honest, like I don't remember every detail of all those older ones. And I do know like the older ones don't get into like the Ra's al Ghul type shit. But I just thought that going back into the comics, from my understanding, that it was a lot of it was through the League of Shadows type shit, but never like his butler training him. I don't remember that ever being an iteration of it. So, surprised his butler's kind of a badass, I guess.
That was homie from Black Panther too.
Yeah.
Andy Serkis. Andy Serkis. He's also Golem. He's in a lot.
Yeah, it was cool to see him as a protagonist. So I feel like usually he's always not
playing
that.
some sort of
Yeah. So what's your rating of the movie? I'm giving it a 7. Like I didn't think it was bad by any means. I just thought there's some things.
just so I have like an 8.
All those outfit changes.
I think it was arguably the best Batman.
I can't lie. Rookie's criticisms are fucking hilarious. Like, we need to make like a section of every podcast where Rookie just watches a classic movie where people are like, I feel like, you know, this scene wasn't well lit, or I don't feel like
I didn't say anything about the lighting. That was Pete that said the lighting.
Well,
I get that, but I'm saying that's what normal people would say. You're talking about the guy changing fucking clothes.
It didn't make no fucking sense. Why is he changing clothes?
I don't know, man.
Oh,
I
what?
felt like it made
idiot.
sense for the scenes that he was going into. Like, you can't just walk in the club as Batman. Especially
He did that once already.
Yo,
No,
Peter
Go
said
ahead.
like the rat made sense. And
It
that's
did.
what killed XG for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga's just different, bro. This nigga's different.
Whatever,
Definitely
bro.
is.
Chris focuses on storylines. I focus on costume changes. You know, I don't
I just wanna
fucking like it.
I ain't
So
judging
George
you,
Dang
bro.
is an idiot.
I gave it a 7. Or Pete, you said 8. Austin, what'd you say?
I said it was arguably the best Batman movie yet. So I don't know.
Wait, the best one better than The Dark Knight?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
Bro,
dog,
you're
I
fucking
gotta watch this
bugging.
movie.
No shot.
That's nuts.
I
But
mean,
I understand how Austin could get to that point because it's not the same style though. Like it's way more story driven. I feel like the build up to creating that
I
is
don't
crazy.
care, bro.
I mean,
Listen.
I'd probably still pick Dark Knight, but I'm saying there's a strong argument for it.
My opinion is obviously weighed with a grain of salt because I'm not watching the movie, but like The Dark Knight to me is a top 7 movie of all time. Like, and I think it's a strong argument to be one of the 10 greatest movies of all time. Like, are we saying that that's where this Batman belongs?
I mean, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it, bro. Like,
Yeah,
I gotta watch it again because I love watching movies more than once. But you have to watch it.
I was thinking
Man,
that same thing, but it's 3 fucking hours.
That's a strong fucking take. Like, I haven't seen The Irishman, but if somebody told me The Irishman was better than Goodfellas, like, I'll be like, yo, that's fucking crazy. Like,
Man,
Goodfellas is like arguably the greatest movie of all time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
there are probably people out there that think that though.
That Irishman is better than Goodfellas. Like, I'll give you $1 if you find one of these people. Like, I don't know. I don't think these people exist, bro. Like,
I'll look. I'll put some on Twitter.
Like, I think the person who says The Irishman is better than Goodfellas is the person who didn't watch Goodfellas.
Maybe I didn't watch Irishman, so I can't really.
No, but I'm gonna watch. Now I gotta watch this movie. I feel bad for not watching it for the podcast, but now I really have to watch this shit.
It's really good. It's really good.
I don't know. The Dark Knight is.
I don't know why. I don't know why Rook gave it a 7. That's kind of harsh. I feel like, but I would even give it like an 8.5. I don't know about a 9.
Well, I don't feel like he embodies the both sides of the Batman thing. Granted, like I said, he's younger here, right? So for all I know, in the next Batman, right? Because Austin's right. They did set it up towards the end where he's like, this city needs more than just Batman, where he could probably transition into that, where he's going to be a lot more involved, like donate money more, be more into like the community, be the more like normal Bruce Wayne side of things than what we saw in that movie. And so we'll see. But
I feel like this one sets up the Court of Owls, though.
That's what they're talking about.
Fucking dope, bro.
That's what they're talking about. Yeah.
If they play into that shit gonna be crazy. Like,
so needless to say, out of like the DCU, this is the best one, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
By like probably a country mile. Ain't that what David said?
Yeah.
No, I think that's awesome.
I don't know what that is.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, what? It was one of the white guys. So by a country mile.
So if we're saying it's a country mile away from which one? What's the number 2?
Aquaman, maybe.
Wonder Woman.
For me, it's Aquaman. Oh, I honestly think Wonder Woman was a terrible movie.
Really? I like.
Yeah.
Is that?
The first one wasn't that bad. The first one, the newest one was,
but yo, like the Wonder Woman 1984 is up there.
That one's really bad.
Yeah, that shit was really, really fucking bad. But like, cause I watched Wonder Woman late, and everybody was talking about how like it's revolutionary, it's this and that, and I watched it, and I was like,
I think it was just revolutionary.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
No, I was just gonna say I think it's just
Say it.
revolutionary because it was like the first good DC movie. Everyone's like,
I mean, a lot of people
holy
were saying
shit.
it was good. It was really good because it was like the first female lead
Yeah.
big blockbuster, you know. And I was like, all right, cool. And I leaned into that, and I was severely disappointed.
The shit was a 2.5-hour flashback. Like, what is that? That shit was weird.
Like, bro, like she fucking turned Super Saiyan and beat Hades. Like, I don't know. That shit was corny.
Yeah, but it definitely was the best, like DC in a long time.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
That's what's up, man. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, DC has some quality content, man. It's not that I'm not rooting against them. It's just, you know, they've been disappointing, you know.
Yeah.
This shit will compete with some of the Marvel movies, I feel.
Yeah.
Like.
I mean, if y'all talking about it's as good as The Dark Knight, it's probably better than most DC movies, right? Or
Most Marvel
better than
movies.
most Marvel movies.
Yeah, it'll be. It's up,
Like,
there.
Like what?
The Dark Knight is easily better than every Marvel movie, right?
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, in certain content, yes.
I mean,
like if you had a list of all your favorite movies, like
The only movie
The Dark Knight?
The only movie that I'm like thinking where I think I would put it next to is like the new Spider-Man or like
yeah, that new Spider-Man hard.
That's
boy.
just fucking
that's,
crazy.
That movie.
I love that Spider-Man. You would put it over The Dark Knight?
I don't know if I'll put it over, but I feel like you could at least have the conversation with them. So I don't think it's like a clear cut like Dark Knight is better.
This is what I don't like with that comparison right there too, because some of these movies is nostalgia based. Like you see all your favorite superheroes on the screen at the same time, so you're gonna feel some type of way about that versus seeing one guy, which is the Batman, a really good movie, yo. Awesome movie, but to see the Hulk and all these people, Spider-Man, Thor, at once is like, oh shit, like I grew up with this shit. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you grew up with the Batman though.
But I'm not even comparing them as superhero films. I'm comparing them as just movies. Like I'm putting them as like a Godfather.
As a movie, like I think about it like this because my dad I don't think has seen any superhero movie. But if I was to sit him down and put like Spider-Man No Way Home on and then put The Dark Knight on, he's certainly gonna love The Dark Knight because it as a movie is like in a class of its own. But like No Way Home, we love this movie, and like to Rook's point, you could probably have the debate, but like to what audience? You know, like it as a movie, to us is amazing. Like to Pete was saying, like the nostalgia factor, bringing these guys back, storyline, like it builds off of the other two. But like The Dark Knight can easily just be a standalone.
That's fair.
Like if it wasn't about the Batman and you just like it was just about some random guy, it would still be a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
See, that's what fucked me up about this new Batman. Like it could stand alone as a regular movie without it being Batman. Like if he never put on the bat suit, it would have been a good movie.
Good movie, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like when you watch it, you're gonna be like, this. I'm telling you, at certain points, it didn't feel like a Batman movie. It just felt like a movie.
Did they bring Arnold Schwarzenegger back as Mr. Freeze?
Just chill.
If they did it, they failed. They get an F, bro.
All right. Let's get into the NFL stuff. Big free agency or off-season stuff. Shout out to the fucking Denver Broncos.
I like that he keeps transitioning from free agency to off-season because he knows he can't talk about Russell Wilson unless he says off-season.
Well, like, because it is the whole off-season shit, Austin.
I know.
Bro, shut the fuck up, all right? Damn. Keep overpaying for receivers, bro. Fuck.
We haven't overpaid for a receiver.
Whatever.
Overpaid for a running back. So.
Russell Wilson, number 3. Let's fucking get it, baby. In Denver.
Is he gonna wear 3?
So on the last episode, you talked about it being
Aaron
Rodgers. I was
I
covering.
know.
I made you timestamp it.
I was wrong.
Russell Wilson instead.
I was wrong, but we got Russell, so fuck it.
Bro. So like, where are we putting these teams at now? Like, if we had to go 1 through 30, just really quick, where are we putting these teams at? You putting Broncos in the top 3?
Dallas number 1, and everybody
No.
Yo, we got to talk about the Amari Cooper thing.
That's what's up.
Dude,
that's
honestly,
looking like an amazing trade now.
yeah, but the fucking Cowboys are low key some scummy motherfuckers for that, bro. They're like,
Like
They
I'm gonna
just
be honest with you. I don't agree with the move, but I've never been super high on Amari though.
yeah.
Like I don't know if he's top 10 talent, bro. Like David was saying.
No, we established that he's not. But top
Like
20.
I think
He did
has
have a good year, a
size.
good ass year.
I think he has good size, good athleticism. Like he's good in a bunch of areas, but I don't think he excels in comparison to a lot of these other guys. And you stuck him in a good system, and he put up good numbers. You know,
He is apparently one of the best route runners. Like
that's what
I hear that all the time associated with him. Like
I would
corners
never
and-
claim. I would never claim to be some, film study expert. So I won't debate it. But just based off of what I've seen, like I like a lot of other guys over Amari Cooper.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't disagree with you either. Like I was watching a Monday Night Football game or some shit. I don't even remember who they were playing, but fucking Troy Aikman was or whoever, or I might have been Joe Buck was talking about how Amari Cooper is such a great route runner, and they were showing his route, and they're like, "Look at that separation he creates." And I was like, "Yo, this man didn't really go nowhere. Like his defender's still like right next to him. I don't know what you're talking about. Like this shit had me so confused on what the fuck dude was saying. Like I don't think he's like top tier in route running either, Chris.
No, I don't think if you like when you think of like Tyreek Hill and he's just like a fucking freak athletically, he's like, like the Wolverine, basically the NFL version. And then you think of Devontae Adams and Cooper Kupp, who are just surgical when it comes to the route running. And then when you think of like a guy like DeAndre Hopkins, who's just a freak of nature in terms of size and athleticism. And I look at a guy like Amari Cooper and I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Like I look at like Andrew Wiggins, like, yeah. All right.
Oh wow,
that's funny.
Andrew Wiggins was an all-star.
Yeah.
He was a good player.
All-star starter.
And Amari Cooper was a Pro Bowler.
I think something that can't be overshadowed though is when you look at Dak's numbers when they did finally get Amari Cooper though, and like how much better they were when they did have him. So I do think he's a difference maker, but is he gonna be like a world beater and fucking with the Browns? Probably not.
Let's be fair though. Like before Amari, his number one receiver was Michael Gallup.
He just got paid too.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure before Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup was his number one. Or Jason Witten, like 40 year old.
It wasn't Jason. Jason was still there, bro. Fuck.
Like
for like the first year of Dak's career.
Yeah. But they definitely did take a step when they got him. But like to your point, when he gets to the Browns, I mean, you still got fucking Baker Mayfield as his quarterback, so that's a huge L right there. So
like with a fantastic offensive line with Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham, their fucking offense looked like it was on life support. I can't imagine that Amari Cooper.
No, wait a minute. Baker Mayfield was hurt. Right.
Well, we've seen multiple years of this. What are we talking about?
Baker Mayfield was
No, I'm
hurt
just saying, like,
later in the year though. That was like later. They were already.
No, this past season,
No,
Baker
yeah,
Mayfield
they
was
were
hurt
saying
like the
he was
majority
playing
of
the
the
whole
year.
season. Yeah.
He's had those three for a while already. What are we talking about?
I'm just saying, like there was a time where you guys.
All right, David, just make your
gave
point. How are you gonna circle this back to someone you
trying to
actually
be
care
I'm
about?
just saying, hey.
No,
y'all
I'm saying
gave
make your
Kyler
point
Murray-
now.
y'all
Just
gave
bring it out to
Kyler
the
Murray-
light, David.
All right, the Kyler Murray argument you guys made, it was last week, right? Or the week before?
Oh my god.
Where he
He's
was
about to
saying,
compare their
Kyler
injuries and how
Murray's-
they play.
Hey,
Go
I
ahead.
mean, Kyler Murray got the pass for being injured. Why does it Baker
Dude, their
Mayfield
styles
get
of
the
play are completely different.
Fuck this, bro. Like, why are we entertaining this? Baker Mayfield's been a bum. Are we saying because he's been injured this year? I seen him. He was a bum for like 3 years already. We're just gonna base it off of this year.
Hey, I'll say he almost beat the Chiefs last year in the playoffs. He set some type of the touchdown rookie record until what Herbert's.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a shot for you, David. I'm gonna take a shot for you, bro.
Hey, I'm just saying, like,
Bro,
Kyler Murray.
put
This
the
is what
numbers.
you're doing right now. This is what you're doing right now. This is what you're doing right now.
you
Hey, we
reach
can't
it,
even
dog.
see you, bro. We can't even see you. We can't even see you. I don't know what you're doing.
Talking about,
Bro, you're talking about Kyler Murray. Literally, his fucking calling card is he scrambles. This man makes plays happen with his fucking feet.
Okay,
Right?
so his feet was hurt.
Baker's
And
kinda
Baker
known for the
Mayfield, he
same
throw the
thing.
ball. His shoulder was hurt.
It was his off
Why
shoulder.
wasn't Baker Mayfield good last year, David? Was he hurt last year?
Yeah,
Bro, like, he was decent. I'm saying they almost beat Kansas City in the playoffs the previous season.
Bro,
no,
Baker
last season was
Mayfield
his
is
worst season.
Baker
Last season
Mayfield is a C tier quarterback,
No,
bro.
this
If not
year was his
D.
worst year.
Or
Well, I mean, I'm sorry. This
Oh,
most
okay.
recent season was his last. I'm talking about the season before that when he almost, when Cleveland almost beat Kansas City in the playoffs. You know, he was decent that year.
But
He was better than he was this
like,
previous year.
I had to. I hate
But
that we got to.
not to get
Like,
sidetracked. No, don't. But hey, all I'm saying
No.
is
We are going to
Kyler
get
Murray
sidetracked.
got-
We're sidetracked. We're sidetracked.
We're
That's it. You can't go back.
We're already
Say we
derailed.
off the rails.
Hey,
Multiple times, bro. All right, so like I was having an argument. It's crazy because like whenever I have an argument, I always base it off of the way that I think, right? And what this person was arguing against was saying that we base how good a QB is based off of how many wins the team has, right? So if your
Right.
team sucks, you suck. Or if your team is good, you're good. And he was basically using that as a template for Deshaun Watson. And I was like, bro, that'll never happen. Like we know Deshaun Watson is the fucking truth. And we know the reason they're not winning is because he's part of a dysfunctional organization, right? But then I hear shit like this where he's like, well, the Browns competed with the Chiefs, so Baker Mayfield must be good. And it's like, God damn, like I'm over here defending David for no reason.
No, bro. I said
It's like,
Kyler Murray got the pass for being hurt. You guys just completely shit on Baker Mayfield, knowing he was hurt the entire year.
Baker Mayfield,
Like, he don't get no type of pass.
Bro,
He's
healthy
not
or
good.
hurt, he's a fucking C tier, if not most of the time a D tier quarterback. He literally teeters between C and D.
David, like we've had this debate already. Like their offensive line for the past couple of years has been really good. They have
Their
an
running
excellent
game,
running game.
Insane.
They have a good backfield. They have arguably the best pass rusher in the fucking league. Why aren't they winning games? What's the
Baker
one
Mayfield.
place? Yes. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no argument here.
they've had some injury issues.
Yeah, well, I feel like we can just better evaluate him when he's healthy. Like the first half of the year. how we
Dude,
did
weren't you
Kyler Murray.
shitting on Baker Mayfield the entire
Yeah, he
football
sucks.
season?
He sucks, but it's the principle. It's the principle.
What's going on here? Like, are
It's
we
the
gonna act
principle.
like Baker Mayfield? This was Baker Mayfield's first year. Like, what's going on?
It's the principle.
The
One
principle
guy got
behind
a
what?
pass.
What's the argument?
Kyler-
This man said he sucks. So why are you
He
arguing?
does. Well, because when they talked about how they didn't really want to talk about how shitty Kyler Murray played in the playoffs, they were just like, he was hurt. He sprained his ankle. He was out for 3 or 4 weeks. Then
Nah,
he came
but the
back and he played. But his excuse in the playoff game was he was hurt.
David,
So it's
the
like now with
difference is
Baker Mayfield, he had a shitty year, but he was hurt all year long.
all his years are shitty. The difference between
That's
Kyler
not
Murray
true.
and the difference between Kyler Murray and Baker Mayfield is that we've seen Kyler Murray play at an MVP level.
For 8
What's
games.
the best? What is the best Baker Mayfield
Until he got
has
hurt.
given us? What's the best Baker Mayfield has given us? And don't act like
his
this is
rookie
his
year.
only year. He's been in the league for what, 4 years already?
3 years?
Okay, what's the best that he's given
1,
us?
2, 3. This is his fourth. He just completed
They're
his
separated
fourth
by
year.
1 year.
This is
And
his
Kyler Murray
fourth year.
completed his third.
So what's the
They're
best
separated
that
by 1
Baker
year.
Mayfield has given us?
26.
His rookie year.
No, not his rookie year.
He set a record for touchdown passes as a rookie.
Bro, David, as a rookie, you throw 27 touchdowns, you break a record, right? Like, yeah, that's great at that time.
I mean,
But you
he
got
did that.
yeah, but all right, whatever.
Until
Peyton
Herbert came
Manning
along.
broke that record with like 25 or 26 touchdowns, whatever the fuck it was. And now dudes are throwing.
So we're
Sorry,
comparing
rookies
Baker
don't throw
Mayfield
that many
to Peyton
touchdowns.
No, I'm
Manning.
just saying, like, people are
Because
throwing
I
30 plus,
called
40
Baker
plus
Mayfield a
touchdowns. now.
bum.
Yeah,
I gotta
established veteran
shit on
quarterbacks
Kyler
are throwing
Murray.
30 and 40 touchdowns. Not rookies, clearly.
Bro. His first year,
And that's
he threw 27 touchdowns and 14 interceptions on 64% passing. His next year,
this year. He sucks.
his next year,
I'm saying,
22
he's not getting a
touchdowns,
pass.
21
He
interceptions.
sucks.
So, like, what are you saying about Kyler Murray? Are you saying Kyler Murray sucks?
No, I'm saying if Kyler Murray is granted for accomplishing nothing thus far, if he's granted the pass for being
All right,
hurt,
that's fine,
why isn't
that's
Baker
fine.
Mayfield granted that
What-
same pass?
You're explaining the narrative. I'm asking, what do you think about Kyler Murray? Like, what's the point of this rant?
Kyler Murray's top 10.
So, what the fuck is the point of this?
The principle. One guy got a pass, one guy didn't.
Austin,
and they're
can you
both
explain this
a
to
year
me?
removed
Can you explain
by
this to me?
Dude,
I have no
One-
idea.
one's proven and one's not proven, and both was
Dave,
injured. So
at
you
the
gonna
end
go
of
for
the
the one that
day,
was proven.
at the end of the day,
Kyler Murray's
when
hardly
Baker
proven,
is
bro.
completely healthy, he's very meh. When he's injured, he's very ass. When Kyler Murray is healthy, he's very fucking good. Like very fucking good. Like top 10 quarterback, fucking good. And when he's injured and you take away the best part of his game, he slows down, but I'm still taking that version of Kyler Murray over a healthy version of Baker Mayfield.
Oh, you're taking
All right,
Super
all
Bowl
right,
Kyler Murray
moving on.
over Baker
moving on.
Mayfield?
Anyway,
All right,
so
moving on.
we got fucking sidetracked. As far as what your question
Like
was,
over here fucking arguing about Kyler Murray and Baker Mayfield, like we should be shitting on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Like,
No, at least
David,
they're
you're just
making
killing our
moves.
fucking time for no reason, damn it. Anyway, yeah,
He
the
should've been a
Jacksonville
villain to
Jaguars,
Batman.
bro, they're fucking paying like ridiculous money for QB 3s and 4s. Like, what the fuck is going on over there?
I feel
Or
like
wide receiver 3s and 4s. Did I say QB?
Watch
I
them
meant
be
wide receiver.
good.
Yeah.
It's gonna be funny. When we're shitting on them, they're gonna win.
I mean,
like,
if they're good, then
9
Trevor
games.
Lawrence really is the truth.
Yeah.
I feel like at this
Sunshine.
point, like Jacksonville is just playing like they're playing a caricature at this point. Like these niggas is just like
Just asking to
Fuck.
get sold.
they're
Yeah.
leading all the way into this shit.
Shit's wild.
Yeah, that Christian Kirk contract is.
Yeah, that shit is fucking nuts.
Devontae
like-
Adams is somewhere. Like y'all gotta give me
Yeah.
double
Oh,
what he
and
got.
wide receivers everywhere. Allen Robinson, like Amari Cooper's making less than that.
I mean, Devontae Adams is making less than that too now, right? Because he
Well,
got
He's a
tagged.
free agent now, ain't it?
Yeah.
No,
Oh, but
he's
No, no,
tagged.
he's making more. He's making more. No, he's making more.
I thought the tag for receivers was 20 million.
Wait,
No, the
but
tag for
he
receivers
says
is-
he won't play under it. So even
Yes,
if they
I
tag him, he
understand
still
that,
plays?
David. I'm just talking about the money side of things. though.
From what I understood, the tag was the average of the top 5.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
I thought this year was 20 million.
I mean, we haven't even got to that point. Like once everybody gets paid, right?
They already established the tag.
Oh, did they? Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Hey, but if he says I'm not playing under the tag, then that means they won't pay him that money and he won't play. So will he be a free agent?
No, he just won't play. He'll sit out the year.
Yeah, it'll be like Le'Veon.
Oh, so he
Bell.
wouldn't even be able to go anywhere else? That's
No, dude, that's
Yep.
why I thought we had the conversation. Well, we did on the group chat why I think the franchise tag is fucking bullshit.
Yeah, like what is the point? Like, why haven't they got rid of that already?
Because I guess they're waiting for
owners
the
love it.
next. Yeah, they're waiting for the next fucking whenever the player association next
CBA,
Whatever.
CBA is.
collective
Yeah,
bargaining agreement.
yeah, whenever the
why-
fuck
why
that
didn't-
next period is.
Why did they not get rid of it already? Like, it just seems like so
It's good.
anti-player friendly.
Yeah,
It is. It's
great for
very
the
anti.
owners.
Yeah, it's very anti-player friendly. So
You got a guy who's kind of injury prone, but you just want to roll the dice to see if you can get him for 1 year. Just tag his ass.
I mean, it's cool because then like you'll get tagged. Like Le'Veon Bell was looking for a 3-year contract, and then like he got maxed out for 3 years in a row. But
Yeah.
it's still not ideal. Like I can
No.
see where Le'Veon Bell's
Oh.
coming from, where he's like, bro, like just give me my long term. Stop playing with my fucking money.
Oh, that's what.
You know
Yeah,
what I
all the
mean?
players are like that. Yeah.
bro, the franchise tag for receivers this year is
19
18.
mil.
It's 18.4.
Oh, I thought it
18.
was
Oh, so they
18. I thought
must
I
be
saw
basing it off of
18.7.
last year's numbers then.
Yeah.
That's probably how they do it.
Yeah,
Oh,
by
okay.
the numbers before, by the year
And the
before.
salary cap jumped big time. this
That
year,
is
so.
bullshit. If I was
Yeah.
Devontae Adams, I'll go into that office and I'll throw hands with somebody. Like,
Christian
Like,
Kirk, more than me,
Yo, like-
Christian.
I'll wear a shirt with Christian Kirk's face on it. Like, yo, like,
Yo, that shit's wild, bro.
stop fucking playing with me, bro. Like, for real.
I don't
Yeah.
know if I'm tripping or not, but 18 mil is a lot of money, goddamn.
Yeah,
No, it
but
absolutely is.
it,
But it's relative. It's relative, though. It's relative, though. Like, it's
To
relative.
what they're getting paid is
Yes.
too little.
yes, for
Like,
what he's
Christian
worth
Kirk-
compared to what
It's
other
tied to their
people are
production.
getting paid.
Yeah.
Top
Like
10,
Devontae
top one, bro.
So we got to have another convo. We got to have another convo, though. Like, all right, so why are we still giving D-Hop the #1 spot?
I didn't. It's
He's
Devontae
not.
Adams.
It's Devontae. It's yeah, Adams.
I don't know.
Oh, so we are giving Devontae Adams the #1 spot?
Yeah.
I am.
All right, I digress.
Austin.
For no reason.
Yeah,
Not
Austin.
Austin. Austin
Yeah, well,
said,
talk your shit.
What's the
Austin.
case here? What's the case here?
That DeAndre Hopkins has been balling forever.
Nah,
He doesn't like the history. He don't want to hear about how he's playing with bum ass quarterbacks. It's still.
I mean,
but like how long ago was that? That was
quarterbacks. What you
2017?
talking about?
That was like in what, 2017?
DeAndre Hopkins quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Like, all right, so when was that?
I mean, that was years ago.
Was
That's
what?
what I'm saying. Chris is not interested in hearing about how the longevity of DeAndre Hopkins, like greatness.
All
You're
I'm
talking about
saying
right
is
now.
that I feel like the past 2 years, Devontae Adams has clearly been better.
I agree.
I'd have to look at the numbers, but I don't know. I don't think so. I know D Hop's been injured, but
Well,
I mean, yeah, because
availability, bro.
He's like 32 years old, bro. Like that's part of it, right?
yeah.
I mean,
I don't know.
the biggest part of Devontae Adams or D Hop's package was his freak athleticism, and he's getting older. Devontae Adams, I feel like, is still getting better. I don't know,
Bro. D Hop hasn't had a double touchdown receiving season since 2018.
You mean like 10 or more?
Yeah, 10 or more. And then D Hop had 11 this year, 18 the year before. He had 5 in 2019. Did he get hurt, or was like Rodgers hurt
Adams?
then?
Yeah, Adams. Yeah,
I'm
I'm pretty sure he got hurt in 19.
Yeah, and then he goes 13, 10, and 12.
Devontae Adams is a fucking animal.
He's their go-to touchdown guy.
He's always open, bro.
D Hop's not.
I mean, they had AJ Green, they had Christian Kirk.
AJ Green was their go-to, bro.
I'm not saying their go-to, but like who else? Who else gets catches on Green Bay's offense?
Yeah, but that's even more. That's even more impressive.
Let's not do this. Like the gap between D Hop and the rest of his receivers is very large.
Yeah, but the gap between Devontae Adams and the rest of his receivers is astronomical. Then, AJ Green and Christian Kirk are better than any wide receiver on Green Bay.
All that means is it's more impressive, dog, because they know that they're going to him. He's literally playing A, B, and C, and he's still putting up crazy numbers, Austin.
I mean, he also has the best quarterback in the NFL throwing him the ball. So
I understand that. But if it's literally Aaron Rodgers and D Hop against the fucking world, and they're still getting it done. And when you look at D Hop, this man is getting crazy separation. They can't
you keep saying D Hop.
Yeah, sorry, not D Hop.
I don't think you guys are like appreciate how fucking insane Devontae Adams is. Like
I hate him.
DBs can't get a hand
He's
on him.
Always open.
Like the fact you're really like trying to chalk up the fact that he got 15, 13 touchdowns to just volume. Like I'm telling you, he's killing these niggas. Like he is really good. And the fact that they're going to him makes it even more impressive. Like, I don't know.
I mean, there's definitely an argument. He's easily top 3. I don't know. I think
even when Blaine Gabbert was throwing the D Hop the ball back in like what 2017, like it was just really a matter of just throwing it up there. And like whoever the cornerback was had no fucking chance because D Hop is 6'5" and has like a 50-inch vertical or some insane shit like that. Where Devontae Adams is like almost strictly just surgical, off the line, route running. Like I don't know. I got a lot of love for that man, bro.
Yeah, Devontae Adams also has more touchdowns than D Hop and has played. I think what is this, 1 season less too? He's got 73 career touchdowns. D Hop's 68.
Okay.
With less games.
Awesome. And for the majority of D Hop's career, he's been a clear number 1 and had no number 2.
Correct. Devontae
like
Adams.
He had what, like Will Fuller back in the Texans, and Will Fuller
getting 1,000-yard seasons.
He'll give you like 4 games a season. Will Fuller will give you like 4 games a season, and then he'll get hurt.
Maybe towards the end, but Will Fuller was a 1,000-yard receiver with multiple touchdowns.
I mean, D Hop. Granted, like
D Hop has like 2,000 more receiving yards, also.
Yeah, but Aaron Rodgers isn't really high up there in receiving or passing yards. as well. Like he's always high up there on touchdowns to interceptions and shit, but he's not always like high up there as far as total yards this season.
So D Hop gets a bunch of yards because his quarterbacks throw a bunch of yards, and then Devontae Adams gets more touchdowns because his quarterback throws more touchdowns.
D Hop
also trying to argue.
I think 4 years ago, D Hop was clearly the better receiver. I think right now, I think Devontae Adams is clearly the better receiver. Like I don't see how D Hop is better right now.
I agree.
Off last season, it'd be hard to argue, but I mean,
yeah, based off.
I mean, the past two seasons.
I mean,
yeah, what are we
2
talking
seasons
about
ago? What?
I mean, Devontae Adams has been going fucking nuclear.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, you're talking about like 2,900 receiving yards.
He had more receiving yards than him 2 seasons
touchdowns. I mean, D Hop was
catches
this year, so I'll give him that. But even still, I mean, for a career, D Hop has 200 more targets and still less touchdowns.
Right, but you just literally got done saying that Aaron Rodgers only throws touchdowns, and that's why Devontae Adams' passing yards are down. So
I understand what you're saying. What I'm saying is,
I know,
Devontae
but you
Adams
keep drilling
better.
home the touchdowns argument when you literally just got done saying why that is.
It's like we're saying Julio Jones a top 10 receiver. It's like, nah, he's absolutely
no.
Yeah, but Austin,
I don't think
Austin,
Julio Jones is top 10
to that point.
But that's the logic that we're using, though, right? Like we're
Austin
saying, like since he did it in 2019, he's still good now.
So to that point, then doesn't that strengthen Devontae Adams' argument? Then is because he can get it done in the end zone and D Hop can't,
What? No,
or not as efficiently, or not
I
as
don't
good?
think touchdowns are the only thing that makes a wide receiver good.
I mean, it's a pretty big fucking factor.
Sure.
I think it's a pretty big fucking factor. I mean, when you combine the targets and then what you're actually bringing in, your receiving yards, and then the touchdowns as well, like
by that
bro,
metric,
no one
Mike
can
Evans
put
the
a
best wide
fucking
receiver in the
hand.
game?
Huh?
So by that metric, isn't Mike Evans the best wide receiver in the game? He's always top 3 in touchdowns, like
No, he's
literally
not.
every year.
He's barely in my top 10, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if when
Who's
you value
better?
a wide receiver, if you put that much into touchdowns, then Mike Evans has got to be like top 5.
I don't think Evans is up there in touchdowns every year. He's up there in receiving yards, though. I mean, he's getting 1,000 yards every single year.
I think he's getting about double-digit touchdowns every year. I think David is. If David's not right, he's pretty close to being right.
Especially with Tom Brady these past 2 years, and even with Jameis Winston before Tom Brady.
He got a lot of touchdowns.
Uh,
The only point I was making is that I think we give guys credit for shit they were doing a long time ago. And then, like, which is cool, but then we stifle the other dudes. Like Devontae Adams is still getting better.
Yeah.
While this other guy, I think, is declining.
No, I mean, if you told me Devontae Adams is the best wide receiver in the NFL, like I'd be like, yeah. Like I don't think it's like a gulfing gap between him, D Hop, and like I don't know. And honestly, I think in like a season or two, it's probably gonna be like Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase. So, I mean,
Jamar Chase, golly,
fuck that guy, bro.
Yeah. To answer the question, Mike Evans.
I hope you watch this, bro.
Mike Evans is half and half. Like,
Chase,
in his 8-year career, half of them have been double-digit touchdowns. The other half have not been.
Okay, who's better, Hunter Henry or Keenan Allen?
Oh my God, here he goes with the touchdowns thing.
I don't know. I'm just saying, more touchdowns.
I'm gonna take Keenan Allen.
I'm taking Keenan Allen.
No, but that's not a fair comparison because I feel like a lot of like I feel like a lot of those touchdown, like those sneaky touchdowns are usually to tight ends.
Okay, who's better, Tyler Lockett or Deebo Samuel?
Deebo Samuel.
Well, Deebo is also a running back.
What the heck?
Yeah, Deebo for sure.
Yeah.
Deebo Samuel, 3 less touchdowns.
Yeah,
Who's
but
better?
he's just
Who's
trying
better?
to shit on.
Who's better, Amari Cooper or CeeDee Lamb?
Absolutely,
CeeDee Lamb.
Well, CD, I mean, last year he had drop issues. I'm not gonna lie, he had drop issues this past season.
And he's still
Amari
better
Cooper
than
had 8
was.
touchdowns, CeeDee Lamb had 6. I'm just saying, like this
Yeah,
idea that
he's
touchdowns are
just
like
trying to
this
shit
super
on.
crazy.
He's just trying to shit on my point.
Yeah, which I mean, he kind of did shit on it.
No, because he's also not taking into effect. I didn't say that it's just touchdowns, but Devontae Adams.
You said it's a pretty big fucking part.
It's
Yeah,
up there.
you did.
Devontae Adams is up there in yards, and he's fucking topping them in touchdowns, and he's up there in the in receptions a year and all that shit.
So then again, Mike Evans, right? He's got to be top 5. Then.
I think Mike Evans is the most underrated wide receiver in NFL history.
Mike Evans?
History.
It could be.
How do you what?
Yeah.
Based off everything we just said, Mike Evans is top 5, unquestionably. But we have him top 10.
Oh, bro. Like, all right, like, so I might be biased. Maybe I'm just biased, but I feel like even with Tyreek Hill, like, I feel like these guys get a huge, like a gigantic chunk of their production in like 4 games. Where Mike Evans would go just fucking nuclear in like 3 games. Like, he'll go nuclear against Atlanta twice and then once against Carolina. And that'll be like half of his stats for the year.
I don't know any other wide receiver in NFL history who has. He's been in the NFL 7 years, and every single year he's broke 1,000 yards.
So like, yeah, but he's been
1,000
in a
yards,
high-powered
7
offense.
straight seasons. Dude,
So
he had
like, in
Jameis
terms
Winston
of,
throwing him the ball for a minute. Like,
but Jameis Winston is going for 5,030 touchdowns though. Anyways, like in terms of just the eye test, like what is Mike Evans doing exceptionally well?
beating.
He's an
people at the
athletic
high
big body
point.
too.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, he's a big body.
he's like your
definitely,
traditional
like,
X.
He's strong at the point of attack. I like how he gets to the ball. But in terms of like his route running,
I mean, he
like I don't
basically
think he's
runs like
that
2 routes.
explosive. I don't know.
I mean, you say all that, and he's got 1,000 yards for 7 straight seasons, starting from the year he entered the NFL.
It's like, yeah, like the way you said with Devontae Adams, like, you know what's coming, you can't stop it. With Mike Evans, it's like he's limited as a route runner, and it's like, you know what's coming, and nobody can stop it.
But I've
even
seen
still
it stop. No, timeout. But I've seen it stop. That's what I'm saying. Like I'll see him go 250 yards and 2 touchdowns against Atlanta, and then the next game he'll go for 1 catch and 10 yards. I've seen it happen.
I mean, I can point to Devontae Adams' game against the Ravens late in the year this past season. It wasn't crazy because he was just doubled the whole time.
But like the difference is that's an outlier.
And the Ravens secondary sucked.
I feel you. But what I'm saying is that's an outlier. Like I feel like I've seen Mike Evans do this shit many times. Like he's an explosive receiver. Well, he'll go the fuck off, but then he'll go quiet for a bunch of other games.
I'm scrolling through here, and like I'm not trying to minimize the fact that he gets 1,000 yards every year, but even still, like scrolling through here, I've gone from 2021 to 2016 so far, and of those years, only twice was he even in the top 10 with total yards for the season.
He's like he'll get like 1,000
total yards or receiving yards.
Receiving yards.
I mean,
It's
7 straight seasons with 1,000 yards a season. I don't know how else to say
like,
that.
No
wide receiver has ever done that.
Like we already knew the Bucs offense was super high powered before.
Why isn't Chris Godwin doing it? He's a better wide receiver, right?
Well, Chris Godwin was doing it. He doesn't do it when he's hurt.
Chris Godwin was not getting 1,000-yard seasons every season.
He's been good for 3 seasons. He got hurt for one of them.
His rookie season, 525 yards.
Okay.
Sophomore season, 842 yards.
Okay.
16 games played.
And then he blew up, and then he blew up.
Right. Mike Evans came into the league first year, 1,000 yards. Like, that's the point I'm trying to make. Like, I don't care.
Baker Mayfield came into the league and broke Peyton Manning's touchdown record.
Like what you're saying is that Mike Evans is underrated because Chris Godwin. You're saying Mike Evans is underrated because Chris Godwin's rookie season was unimpressive? Like, what are we saying?
No, I'm saying that Mike Evans is never talked about as a top 5 wide receiver, even though he's put up 1,000 yards
should be.
and like 6
like
touchdowns every season at least.
I can easily name 5 wide receivers better than Mike Evans, though. Like, easily.
Yeah, me too.
Over the entirety of their career, I don't know. I don't think you can.
I mean, if we go season by season, we can do it. Like,
okay, season by season is very different, though. Everyone can ball out for 1 season. Try doing it for 7 straight.
We're saying the past years.
I'm saying you should be rewarded for doing it for 7 straight years.
So we got to rank the best wide receivers for the past 7 years. Like, what do we say?
I mean, pick a 7-year run of any. Pick a 7-year run of any wide receiver. I don't care.
I don't know, man. Mike Evans
any
is
7-year run.
Like,
so because
it's the same way. It's a lot of what I was saying about the Amari Cooper thing, where he's benefiting from being the number 1 in a high-powered offense.
How we punish people for that, though?
It's not that I'm punishing them. It's that like it's a balance thing, right? It's not like I'm not saying you're a bum because you're clearly talented, but I'm also recognizing that a lot of your production is beneficial from being in the system that you're in.
But we don't always do that for everybody though. That's what's weird about that. Because certain people do like let's just say the Chiefs, right? We all agree Pat Mahomes is a freak of nature, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But so we not gonna fault Tyreek Hill for being around him, even
we
though
already seen Tyreek Hill go off before Patrick Mahomes.
No, but I'm just saying though.
But that was so long ago. Isn't that what you hold D-Hop?
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying, like.
What? What?
No,
when did we see?
No. This is terrible logic. That's terrible logic.
Let me finish my point though. I'm just saying though, how we fault somebody for being in the system that they benefit from because they're in the system. That's weird.
I'm not faulting him.
Yeah.
I'm saying like we're gonna automatically consider him top 5 because of his production. We have to take the context of what his production is. Correct? I'm not saying Tyreek Hill is top 3 because of his production. I'm watching the motherfucker play. He's really fucking good.
Of
right?
course.
Wait,
I don't have to pull up Tyreek Hill's numbers to prove that he's good.
I think he's top 5.
He's top 3. Right?
Wait, so he's better than Cooper Kupp, D-Hop, and Devontae?
I'm putting him at number
Tyreek Hill.
For me, Tyreek Hill is my number 3.
Who's your top 3? If
better than Jamar Chase, better than Justin Jefferson?
That's where I'm putting him.
And who are the top 2?
Like this is like why are you such a master at side tracking?
No, because I feel like you you'll give like a hot take and just kind of like cruise right over it. Like
is Tyreek Hill being top 3 a hot take? Like is saying Tyreek Hill a top 3 wide receiver a hot take?
Not a hot take. No, but if we're like, so you're saying
take.
just like wide receivers, so we're not taking into account like Travis
Kelce. David, that's fine. David, that's fine. He's top 5. He's top 5. That's fine. David is top 5. That's fine.
Because last week it was AI's top 15. Like he'll just say stuff and just keep it moving. That's like can require a conversation. Dog. Like I'm not tripping when I say that either.
He said he need context, nigga. Context.
Like saying Tyreek Hill is better than Justin Jefferson is just some mind-blowing thing. Like what are we even saying?
No, but then when you talk about how he was balling out with Alex Smith, like don't say that when you shit on me for talking about how D-Hop was balling out with fucking Blaine Gabbert, the guy you mentioned.
Tyreek Hill is still balling out. What the fuck are you talking about?
So it's D-Hop when he's on the field.
All right. I don't know what to say to this nigga. I don't even know what I'm arguing against.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is this nigga even talking about? Like, are you saying Tyreek Hill's not a top 5 wide receiver? Like, what are we even saying?
No, I'm saying he is, but for you to say he's top 3 because he's been producing, meaning he's been balling.
No, nigga, you're ignoring everything that I just said. I just said that I don't even need to look at his numbers. I can watch the last game that he played and he was still fucking balling.
The thing with Tyreek Hill.
That's exactly what I just said. I just finished saying that.
The thing with Tyreek Hill is
because we was talking about being.
Am I tripping, Peterson? Peterson, am I tripping?
Bro, because the point that Peterson brought up was we don't punish Tyreek Hill for being on the same team as Patrick Mahomes.
And what was my rebuttal?
And your rebuttal was we saw him ball out before Patrick Mahomes.
And then what I said after that.
That he's continuing to ball out even within this new system.
And that's what I'm saying. Like D-Hop is continuing to ball out. So when I give credit to D-Hop for balling out with, scrubs compared to Kyler Murray,
I know.
Don't be like that shit was from so long ago. He can't be the best now.
No. Chris said he's still consistent. He's still a monster even from beginning to end. So
DeAndre Hopkins is as well.
And he's my number 2. You fucking crazy fuck. What are you talking about? What is this guy talking about?
I'm comparing him to Devontae. You say he can't be number 1.
I'm saying in comparison to Devontae Adams, who I feel like is playing better.
Do you think it's a stretch? Do you think it's a hot take for me to say that Tyreek Hill is the most dangerous receiver in the league?
What does that mean?
That's not a bad take.
How do you measure danger?
The fact that you literally can't run man coverage against the Chiefs, like 101.
You said shit about Devontae Adams, dog.
Damn,
no, you could do that, but Devontae Adams isn't gonna take a fucking. He's not gonna take a touchdown, 89 yards, like Tyreek Hill is. Like if it's 1-on-1, one safety high, like I feel like 9.5 times out of 10, that shit's fucking gone. Like they don't blitz
Zero
Mahomes.
coverage blitz.
They don't blitz Mahomes. They
I don't
don't.
think that's just because of Tyreek Hill.
That's a huge factor. What do you mean?
I mean,
Like,
there's
bro,
also
this
the number one
entire
tight end lined up in
yes,
front of
but
him.
like this entire season, you've heard it for every single game where like teams are playing two deep safeties every fucking play, right? Because of how explosive they are. Like that explosiveness doesn't come necessarily from Tyreek Hill or from Travis Kelce, right? He's not an explosive guy per se, right? But he's just finding the gaps and he's really fucking good after the catch.
Mm-hmm.
You're going 1-on-1 against Tyreek Hill. You're blitzing Mahomes, like you're not having safety help. That shit's a touchdown every fucking time. I mean, when you look at the when they played the Raiders twice this year, when the Raiders refuse to go out of their base defense and still run one safety high, and these dudes went for fucking like 50 points both those games.
Nah, like if you're talking about like who's the guy that you have to probably spend the most time in the film room accounting for, it's probably Tyreek Hill in comparison to Devontae Adams and DeAndre Hopkins, I think.
Yeah, they're not motioning Devontae and D-Hop neither the way that they do with Tyreek Hill.
Oh, they're definitely motioning fucking Devontae. They do a lot
not
of
to
motions.
fucking hand it off to him though. That's what.
No, not to do that. No, I think like I said, I think he's the most dangerous player in the league, the most dangerous receiver, because that man's fucking nuts.
You're saying he's the most dangerous, and I got to get into a 5-minute argument because I said he's the third best. Like that's crazy. I don't even understand. Like that shit's crazy.
I mean, can't measure danger like that. I don't know. I mean, because you look at the red zone. Wouldn't a guy that's more dangerous in the red zone, like one of these athletic guys, couldn't they be considered like more dangerous since they're used for like their like their athleticism, physicality in a place where
you just said
has their backs against the wall.
You just said yourself like how much they toss the ball or hand the ball off to Tyreek Hill for touchdowns. Like they do that shit in the red zone. How many times have you seen where Mahomes will start off from the right hash and he rolls all the way up to the left hash and just throw it up to Tyreek Hill because he's running across the fucking field faster than anyone in the world? Like Tyreek Hill.
So fucking Kelce.
Like, do you have like an issue with Tyreek Hill? What's going on?
No, but I'm saying like there are guys in the red zone that I feel like you could say are more dangerous in the red zone than Tyreek Hill. And
all right, but the red
make them more dangerous than Tyreek Hill.
The end zone is 10 yards, right? Like you have an entire 100-yard field that you have to be mindful of where the fuck Tyreek Hill is because he's gonna change the fucking game if you don't.
So what about Devontae Adams in the red zone? Like the ball is going to him. It's like
absolutely
he's gonna grab the touchdown.
Absolutely.
So it's like
I'm not
in the red zone. Who's more dangerous, Devontae Adams or Tyreek Hill?
I don't care. Take Devontae. Regardless, you're talking the entire fucking football field, right? Of yards.
Starting at the 0.
I mean,
I'm talking 100 yards compared to 10. Like, fine, whatever. Devontae can have it, right? But for the fucking 100 yards before then, I think it's Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, it's like him and like Jamar Chase, and then Mike Evans maybe. Yeah.
Fucking Jamar Chase.
He's really good.
Yeah, he is very fucking good.
We should have just let him finish that thing he was rolling, bro. Like I think he would have been more chill.
Yeah.
He said that thing.
He's a cop. He's a cop.
Like this guy's such a pain in the ass, bro. Like this nigga will sit there and agree with me and still argue. Like, yeah, I agree it's top 10, but you're fucking wrong. Like, dude, I'm just saying it's top 10.
Bro,
why
that's
are we
the principle.
arguing?
That's the principle.
Principle of what, nigga?
I already told you, bro. You want to get back into this?
David gonna be the new villain in Batman, and he's going to win. He's going to win.
Bro.
Not against Mr. Freeze, bro.
It's crazy because like I feel like my nigga really be just arguing with himself, bro. Like he applies his logic.
But it's not about Devontae Adams and shit.
All right, man. We got to wrap this up. We're way over an hour, I think.
We were supposed to talk about TV shows. We ended up talking about fucking Tyreek Hill's explosiveness.
Bro, we ended up talking. We were supposed to talk about ranking the fucking NFL teams now with Russell Wilson, bro. You fucking robbed me of that, David. I wanted to talk about my Broncos. Whatever.
Third best in the AFC West. Just
most likely.
The rankings end there.
Yeah.
Most likely.
We'll see. I
Definitely
did,
not a top 5 offense.
I did think we were
Not even in the
better than-
AFC, bro. Like,
Dude, I thought we
Y'all-
were
y'all-
better
That
than
bet-
the
yo,
Chargers,
that
and
bet was
then
crazy,
they did that
bro.
crazy shit to their defense. Like,
That man about to
Y'all
lose
bet
what
like-
120? How much?
Nah,
did he
it'll
bet?
be 100. It'll be
Oh,
100 because there's
I thought
five.
he bet
of us.
5.
it's all right, man. You're not
Bet
alone,
five
man. The
of
Knicks
us,
about
and
to
it's
20
Knicks are
each.
fucking
Oh, I
me.
thought it was 25 each.
Nah, that's 20
Oh,
each.
sorry.
It's all right. Like y'all can win from the wild card, maybe.
yeah,
Maybe.
bro.
Hell
bro.
no.
I ain't worried. Hey, man. All I know is we're at a significantly better spot right now than we were fucking last season. I mean,
That don't
last
mean
season
shit.
we were top 5 defense. So now if we're able to actually fucking score points, that'd be lit.
I'll laugh. I'll laugh if the fucking Raiders turn up and you guys are the number.
Yeah.
Yo, don't fucking say that shit. All right.
What the fuck?
In the famous words of Danny, if y'all make it a little bit further, y'all vacations is less. So.
Bro, we're going to the Super Bowl, man. You're bugging.
Oh, God.
To the Super
Danny is-
Bowl.
Danny is the ultimate cup half empty type of guy.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Danny though, because we know he be dialed into the episodes and shit.
Yeah, bro. I hope you come back to the chat, my nigga.
Yeah,
I hope
for sure.
everything's good.
Hope you're okay, Danny.
Nah.
You too, Tommy.
You too, Tommy. Tommy will never see this. Tommy will never see this shit. But all right,
Fuck Tommy.
thank you everyone for listening.
So this,
Like-
this is our weekly segment of fuck that guy Tommy. So, fuck you, bro.
We'll catch you guys in the next episode. Peace.
Hurt.